welcome to the LA Limited presents Team Draft LA Lost Caverns of Ixalan season finals. I am Ryan, or Rev, for short, I guess. I don't know. We've got Bradley Schlesinger in the house, gracing us with his presence. The Dallas Regional Championship winner and former member of Team Draft LA. But without further ado, I'm gonna give a thumbs up to the players, and we're gonna get started. Packs are open, cards are in the air. So Shaun apparently has a knack for opening some money, as we see a Cavern of Souls in his first pack. I might need to readjust the camera a little bit again here if we keep getting autofocused. Oh, he's even just showing it face up to the table here.
Oh, you want to be in the picture? You don't have to be.
No, I'm good. Anything else of note here? Sunshot Militia is not bad. Yeah, we're good. Yep, good. You're good to go. And a Cogwork Wrestler. There's really not much of note here other than the big money Cavern of Souls here. I'll be curious to see if a color preference might come into play here with no super powerful options on the table. He's just going to go with the Gold Fury Strider, which can certainly help to get some damage through in the late game. And as I bring my voice down to a whisper here, I do have to say that I am sitting pretty close to the players here. All right, I'm going to have to move the camera again. Apologies. Okay, pack one, pick two. We see a Lodestone Needle, a Tali's Favor. I know Shaun has expressed his love of a Tali's Favor in the past, but that was at the beginning of the format. We do see a Micro Tyrant, which, but he's just going to go with the Lodestone Needle. Blue is definitely considered to be one of, if not the best color in the format. And we see a third pick, Ultic Cloud Guard here. Very interesting. Lots of really solid options here. Goblin Tomb Raider is a great aggressive red 1-drop. River Herald Guide is a solid but fairly replaceable. Yeah. Do we have this mic live? Is this one hot? All right, great. Hello. I'm joined by Roman Fusco. How's it going, sir?
Pretty good.
Did you? You're not joining the cons draft?
No, we launched with exactly 8.
Okay.
So I chose to stay out so I can help out with this.
Oh, very gracious, very gracious of you, sir. We're happy to have you.
Where are we at in this draft? Or pack 1?
This is pack 1, pick 3. Shaun opened Cavern of Souls.
I assumed it got passed.
Huh?
I assumed it got passed.
It did get passed, yes, because we're playing for stakes here.
Yeah.
Playing for glory.
What were the first couple picks?
But he took, pack 1 was a Gold Fury Strider. It was a particularly weak pack outside of the Cavern of Souls.
Yeah, because Gold Fury Strider is a card I've not been super impressed with. It does like the job sometimes, but it definitely has been a little slow in some of the drafts I've had.
And then we saw some interesting signals, like a third pick Ultec Cloud Guard, but looks like he's going to try and solidify into red here a little bit.
Yeah, passing that Bitter Triumph is pretty big. That's like a premium removal spell of the set, right?
Here we can see his picks. Second pick, Lodestone Needle, is definitely his strongest card so far.
I know black is definitely one of the weaker colors of the set, so it makes sense he wants to kind of be on his plan for blue-red. There's Capricordy Sunborn.
Yeah, it's looking like
pretty powerful card.
Between that and the Dynatomaton, it looks like red is fairly open, though the Deathcat Marionette could be a signal that black is open as well. That's sort of something that every black deck is going to want.
It's not that it's too late, but I think at that point, because he passed the Bitter Triumph, I'd probably try and go in on the powerful gold card, or just stay on plan and take the Dynatomaton. Looks like he's going to take the gold card here.
Sunborn is a house. It's a game winner.
Yes. Thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
It's definitely a card that can, if you're on the play, can just spiral out of control super fast.
Another nice black 2-drop and another Gold Fury
There's
Strider.
a Cosmic Confluence too.
It's really tough to make caves a thing.
Especially in team draft.
In a
less
6-person
cards.
pod, yeah.
All less cards available. But
Yeah,
this is another
we're gonna double up.
I mean,
on
that makes
Gold
sense to
Fury
me.
Striders.
It's probably the best card for him in this pack.
I think it also pairs with, obviously, his Lodestone Needle, still probably just
Correct.
one of his best cards on rate.
Hopefully-
The Gold Fury Striders want to be in an is it trinkety artifacts
Right.
kind of deck.
When that Cavern Souls came back.
Everyone's playing for keeps here.
So it looks like he's pulled this Hoverstone Pilgrim to the front, just a card that I think you can play in pretty much any team draft deck here.
Yeah, it's been totally solid for
yeah.
sure.
Consideration for this landmark, but I think overall the best card in the pack, at least for his deck, is probably Pilgrim, but he's going to go for the landmark here.
So it looks like he might be moving away from blue with that choice a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he could also just like pretty much splash the blue. Like the River Herald's not like anything
it's
super exciting.
It's not worth holding on to blue for sure. The Sunborn is definitely informing these picks a little bit.
We have a couple. We have a Song of Stupefaction. I might just take the mana fixing here, or no, listen. I got the caves all mixed up because they look the same.
I would probably just go with the red 2-drop, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. The
There are
red.
some decent black cards in this pack, but
Yeah. I think I'm not the only one who has an aversion to black in the team draft format, at
Right.
least.
I think that picking up 2-drops for it's so sad.
That's a very
black is like
late-
my favorite archetype of format, but I know a lot of players are.
There's so much power. He's just even going to take a solid interchangeable combat trick.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot to be said still about just taking a deck that we can pick a lot of really early 2-drops and then benefit greatly off of Sunborn. There's a lot of still powerful cards. I can't believe there's a Dead and a Pistol Gore Stalker still in this pack, and a Nurturing Bristlebrack. There's a lot of powerful cards still in the draft. But I assume the pick here is the Hidden Courtyard.
Yeah, if I end up in a deck without at least one or two on-color caves, then I will feel like I failed a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
So good place to lock one up, I think.
I think so too. It's also nice being able to play like 17 lands in your aggro deck where you have lands, like 2 or 3 lands that just do something else, they're just spells. Although I am really curious as to if someone does go into the blue-black deck, because I think there's a bitter, that bitter triumph went around. There was a snail. There was a Uchinbach.
Mhm.
There's a lot of pretty powerful cards for that archetype. But
This Cosmian Confluence is going
that
to...
confluence coming around twice, I think, signals that, again, like you said, like it's so hard to draft the cave deck in 6-person. So
Because when it goes off, it's very
I
powerful.
mean, it might just end up in someone's deck and still make a 9/9 right.
Sure, yeah.
We'll see.
Can it target any land or just caves?
I believe just caves.
And he's passing a Spelunking to go
Well,
with
I
it.
guess-
Ooh,
I guess no one-
he's not passing the Maw, though.
Yeah.
You're not going to get quite that hooked up from me, says Shaun. So yeah, it looks like we're leaning Boros at the moment, but still fairly open to basically anything.
I think I would, if I can, I would try and splash that Lodestone.
Yeah.
But
Can't do. So we'll be looking at ways to do that potentially in pack 2.
So we'll see what the Jeskai cards that Shaun wants to pick up in this pack. All right.
Guardian's not bad.
Ridge Line,
The Minecart
Carts.
and Pickaxe are
Pickaxe.
both great ways, and Compass Gnome.
Not the most exciting pack, but
Yeah, I think these are both nice pickups, though,
Yeah, I think I would
as ways to...
I wouldn't mind taking the Guardian, I think. Because can you discover into the Guardian off Capricorn Sunborn?
You still have to
pay
pay
the cost,
the extra
right?
cost if you
Although
do.
at least if you're in a Boros deck
So-
with a lot of early drops, you can try
It,
and... like the Landmark, for example, is like a mana accelerant.
Yeah.
I actually didn't see what card he picked up there. It was a little low for... Oh, there's an Abuelo's Awakening.
Not something I've ever seen on the stack in this
Yeah.
format.
Ooh, but there's an Element War Scribe. It's pretty powerful. Boros.
Yeah, the Sunfire Torch has been a pretty big overperformer.
Yeah, Torch is definitely like
in
a
the set
cornerstone of
here.
these decks.
And with things like a double Gold Fury Strider, that's exactly the kind of thing you want to have lying around to get the extra activations off of. Equipment in the set, in particular, just gives you free taps towards the tap 2 things archetype. Notably, he is passing a Chupacabra Echo here, though, which is...
It's sad to see that card
it's something, you know,
get passed.
it is the thing that makes black decks sort of tick in
It-
this format. So
it
to
is-
pass one is...
The reason why Chupacabra is so powerful in the black decks is because you have so much recursion in black and so many ways to mill yourself and get cards in your favor that you just recur a Terminate over and over and over, or a Flame Tongue Copy rather.
But also the fact of it being a permanent, whereas Join the Dead does not count towards your descend count.
Yeah.
Chupacabra Echo does.
So Shaun's going to pick up the double strike Explore creature.
Totally solid. I think it would have been an even bigger performer if the 1 and 2 drops in white weren't as good as they are.
Ooh, and there's a premium removal spell you can get Lost, and also an Iron Paw Aspirant. And a
I think
Triumphant Trump.
I think the Triumphant Chomp is actually the
Probably,
the
yeah.
more premium in creature-based limited decks.
Shaun's gonna go for the 2-drop instead.
I really like this pick. Just as another thing, the Aspirant gives its half of its stats to something else and then sits around as something that can be tapped later. It fits well into the archetype. Whereas the removal in this...
Oh, no, this is your wow. I wish for a second I was like, oh, man, we gotta pass another one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was...
The Iron Paw's good with
You
that,
fooled us.
that Kin Collar.
Yeah, I think
Also for the minecart.
the removal in this set in general has not been very reliable, I would say, because of
Right.
things like map tokens that let you distribute your stats on the board to fit the current situation, So targeted removal has just become much less of a priority.
Right. I feel like the kinds of spells you want to rather have are like these combat tricks that can help you out-tempo your opponent, or ways, or things that pseudo removal spells that also give a bonus, like the Sunfire Torch, for example, is like a removal spell in red, but also gives like the benefit of being able to tap as a you can tap it to your Sunborn or whatever, right?
It's a permanent that sacks itself to trigger descend. Or
There's a red volcano,
like that.
another torch, a Cosmic Blast.
yeah,
I think it's just
I'm good with another
torch.
torch here for
Yeah.
sure. What can we gather about what's going on to his left here? What do you?
I mean,
He's
it
got
does
he's
feel
got
like-
Andrew to his left.
It does feel like he is fighting with someone else at the table.
Yeah,
But, obviously...
but it's one of the best color pairs, so that was likely to happen.
Right.
Is this going to be a third Sunfire
I
Torch
think
or a second?
He might want to diversify his cards. Maybe we'll just pick up a Cosmian Blast or this Volcano.
I would
but
probably want to go with a second
just go all in
hidden
for-
land here.
Yeah, I think he's all in on the just cheap artifact
I'm-
at this point.
I respect that. We've got a plan, and we're sticking to it. Yeah, I think this Compass Gnome is not the worst thing.
No. Also, I think with Compass Stone, you can also
this
err
point.
on the side of playing 16 lands in this deck.
I think it's very likely that Andrew to his left is in a blue-black descend strategy.
I'm wondering if which player ended up going, hopefully in on that archetype, because it was very, very open, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that Chupacabra got passed to him though this pack, right? So it could be.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like the person who's more likely to be in blue-black might be Matt.
Unless there was just some unpassable rare.
Yeah. It is crazy to me that there's just so much, the blue-black cards are just flowing so much.
Mm.
This, I think I actually like this Awakening with triple sun.
For the torches, yeah.
But I think
Sure.
Blade Master is probably the more conservative and reliable pick here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole pack of blue-black cards just being passed. Like, someone better be picking up on blue-black.
So yeah, Andrew got.
A little bit closer, Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha. Thank you.
So Andrew got that Upenbach, something like 12th or 13th pick, pack one, right? I have to imagine that he's going to be well set to play it.
I mean, it's a pretty significant signal, right? It's not like that card is even bad. I think it's just, again, an archetype that's not very highly contested over.
Shaun, considering I don't think there's any reason to cut off caves. It's pretty.
I think there's
pretty
also
clear.
an option just to play Mardu cards.
Yeah, just a.
I mean, I think Zoyoa is pretty powerful with triple Sunfire Torch too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's also just there's nothing else in the pack, and it's the card that he's most likely to play at this point.
Never seen that card on the field either.
I've played against it on Arena. My opponent did not win the game that I played it.
That might be on the list of
One more
cards you have to
cards,
win or quit Magic forever,
Yeah.
as the LR guys would say.
I mean, what do we think that Shaun's deck needs at the moment? Just maybe some more 2-drops.
Yeah, I think we're trying to upgrade our early creatures.
A
Maybe
Diatomaton would be nice.
yeah,
pickup.
the that Cloud Guard that we saw earlier would have been nice.
Yep.
We would definitely be happy to see more of those. Maybe something like
Something
the Clay-Fired
Yeah, I
Bricks.
was about to
or-
say Clay-Fired Bricks is something to kind of ensure the end game also.
Yep. The Guardian of the Great Door did not make it back
Ooh,
around, so
I see a
there's.
red rare, and it's hit the mother. There's a Dowsing
Device
Yeah.
can be quite scary.
There's a Petrify.
I think it's pretty important for this deck to have access to a Petrify. So I might be leaning
I think so too. Only
that
because
way.
at this point in the draft, we just have so many equipment spells. I think
Yeah.
like, Device is obviously very good, but I do think Shaun needs to diversify his suite of cards a bit more at this point, or that's what he's looking to do. But I mean, it's still very powerful.
Dowsing
card.
Device can be very, very scary.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think having the one Petrify as an option against, the Altosaurs that are going to
There's a
be
lot of big dinosaurs going
across
around
from
the
you.
table.
Yeah.
Is the Ease Keen in the back? There's a Hulking Raptor. There's a Wanderglyph. Gee, looks like he's gonna take. I'm surprised he's passing up this either the Dusk Rose Reliquary or this. I don't know. I'd be kind of interested in taking that Dusk Rose Reliquary, but I think Shaun just needs the creatures.
Another rare cave.
Yeah, Sunken Sentinel.
Ooh, there's a Cloud Guard.
Perfect. It's like a perfect pickup for what he wants
With-
at this point in the draft.
In the same pack as a Waterwind Scout. Wow.
Yeah. I think the
Two of the best commons in the
Cloud
set
Guard
there.
is definitely exactly what he's looking for
Oh,
at this
yeah,
point, right?
of course.
Just an evasive threat that puts in more value into play
Yep.
that can crew your minecart.
And it comes with an extra little gnome that you can tap for a Gold Fairy Strider. Wait, what did he take?
Wait, what? I'm very confused by that pick.
What did he take?
He took the icicle, the one in the blue.
Oh, the iceberg?
Yeah, whatever it's called, inverted iceberg, icicle. What?
Inverted iceberg.
I'm very confused
On
by
the
that pick.
with a double blue crafting cost on the splash. Very interesting.
I'm confused.
I just feel like the Cloud Guard would be exactly
Exactly what you want.
what he wanted. Yeah.
I mean, is he trying to move into blue kind of last minute here?
Mm.
Maybe his white cards really aren't. That's definitely a question I have for him later on after this draft's concluded, because I would feel that the way he was again, like, it's strange to me that he took a blue card and then his next pick was a white card. There's another Join the Dead depth. There's a Envoy, a Guardian of the Great Door, a couple of pretty powerful Boros cards in this pack. I don't know, because the Iceberg is a decent card, but I don't think it's that much more powerful than cards he's already been passing, right?
Yeah, it's and it's also not really splashable due
Not
to
at all.
the double blue crafting cost.
Right, because if you're gonna, well, there's a Vanguard of the Rose, which is nice.
Ooh, Molten Collapse.
Yeah.
Was this a wheel, or is this another Petrify?
I don't think. I think this is pack 5.
Okay.
'Cause we
Yeah,
not seen
yeah.
this
It doesn't
last
look familiar.
Yeah, I'm still very, very shocked by that Iceberg pick.
I'm not shocked by that Vanguard
Alright, so
pick.
this is our
though.
original pack. So we wheeled the Rumbling Rock Slide, and we did not wheel back the Petrify.
Didn't really wheel anything here.
I think he's just going to take the Rock Slide because it's just a fine removal spell at this
It's
point.
yeah.
I mean, the thing is with his deck, he's playing a lot of 2-drops. So to clear the way for your smaller creatures is kind of what you need to do. And here's a Glorifier.
I think a Glorifier is pretty solid here.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
Don't hate that.
See, that's why I'm surprised he passed the 3/2 flyer, because Glorifier is really good sacrificing the 1/1 or whatever you don't need to have.
I might have wanted to hate pick the Council of Echoes there. From
I was thinking about that too, because again, so many good blue and black cards have passed through the sea.
Yeah,
Or have wheeled.
that is definitely a legit payoff.
I mean, it's good that he's been able to pick up some decent cards in this pack, but I think what will be interesting to see here is that Shaun's on more of a traditional kind of aggressive deck, and I don't think his deck really has any like super heavy hitters outside of the Sunborn.
He doesn't. It doesn't seem to have that many of the 1 and 2 drops necessary to make Sunfire Torch be as threatening as it could be.
He's picked up a couple of 2/2s here and there, the Iron Paw and the double glyph.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they're not like
None of the white 1-mana flyers. We didn't even see any.
no,
I
he didn't see the
believe.
draft. I mean, he did pick up the Vanguard of the Rose, which is pretty good with a Sunfire Torch on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be interesting to see how his deck plays out if he can out aggro and out tempo his opponent's festival.
Hit the Mother Load wheeled twice here, but we're gonna
not surprising
send
at
it
all.
on. And yeah, a Tectonic Hazard for the sideboard is not the worst thing ever, and that's gonna do it.
All right, and that's our draft.
So let's go down the line here. We've got Shaun in the jersey on our left there. He was passing to Andrew, who was passing to Walski, who was passing to Matt, who was passing to Frank, who was passing to Ryan.
Yep. All right.
And it looks like Frank and Sons are going to keep the table, kick Kiki-Jikis to the curb for deck building here.
So let's see what they have over here. So Frank's picked up some powerful green-black cards. He has an Aclazotz.
Ooh, he's got the Aclazotz.
Also, I really like that. I forget the card's name. The snake, the soul coil, the snake, the 2/3 that you can sacrifice it to reanimate your mana cycling creatures. So in Frank,
and he wound up with
got
the
Chupacabra,
Chupacabra
nice.
Echo.
Frank's deck looks fantastic.
That's looking great, yeah. Walski's also got a Magmatic Galleon. up there.
That is one of the most powerful rares in the set.
He did end up with the Cosmian Confluence, but it doesn't look like he's gonna
Play it.
gonna play it. Yeah.
I mean, he has 4 caves, so can you? It's at the worst, it's like a 5-mana 6/6, but I guess he has a lot of like pretty powerful top end to begin with, so it's not the highest priority.
Yeah, we can see Frank also does have the Defossilize there. Walski's got a lot of the good removal and the Bitter Triumph and the Abrade. I think.
Oh, we got the bitter triumph. What?
Yeah.
That's nuts to me. So I think that this team definitely has a pretty powerful understanding of the format.
Just did some recon on the other team.
Let's see. We're looking at a picture that. Sorry, you can't see, but we're going to look at what the other team has got together right now.
Looks like Andrew and Ryan both ended up in the Jeskai Sphere. They both have Captain Storms. Looks like Ryan has Zoetic Glyph. No, they both have Zoetic Glyph as well.
Ooh, okay.
Wow. Looks like Ryan ended up with all of the good 1-mana creatures. He's got the Ruin Lurker Bat and the Guidewing, 2 Goblin Tomb Raiders. So yeah, that's looking quite scary and fast.
Interesting. So I think that'll be interesting to see against like Frank and Walski's decks, who if they can out aggro and out tempo before they can start putting giant monsters into play.
It seems very doable as long as their mana stays cooperative.
Yeah.
Looks like Matt ended up in an Orzhov kind of thing featuring a Warden of the Inner Sky.
But he has some kind of cool Mardu cards here in Geological Appraiser and in Pakal, and he got that. Is that a dowsing device back there? I can't tell.
Looks like it.
I think so.
Looks like we're close to getting started here. I just want to shout out one more time Game Realms in Burbank, California for letting us use the space here. Obviously got lots of room here. We get to spread out here, and we're surrounded by cool old video games.